Hello fellas, I hope you guys are having a good day. It's about 10 o'clock in the morning around here, and it's warmed up to above freezing. Things are very slowly starting to melt a little bit, and I'm working through my honey-do list today. I got the salt and the softener and the garbage on the curb and the wood boiler fed, and now I'm getting to the fun stuff. I got those ash rounds that I cut up last time in last video, and I want to split them through the box wedge on my eastonmade log splitter. And I'm in the kick right now of having the box wedge on there. I went for about 4 months or so with the 4-way, and I love that, but now I'm in the box wedge where I like that better, and I'm playing with that. And it's a labor saver. It's less work for me when I don't have a partner. If I can just get her up there, the box wedge will mostly do it. And so most of these ash rounds, most of them are relatively straight and they're nice, and it comes from a big ash tree, so they've got kind of a cool feel to them rather than being a young ash tree. But there are some crooked ones and some crotches, so one way or another we're gonna make them go through the box wedge too. But anyway, let's get after it and split some firewood. Thanks for watching. Gotta put this leg down here because some of these rounds are big enough. It's gonna need this extra support to keep the log lift from wanting to tip on me. This is kind of creepy. I shouldn't have shown you this, but I got some mouse poison set out on some plates in my garage just to try to keep the mice down or make sure there isn't. Well, these green pellets are rolling out of my see that? Well, we know where the mouse is living. He's living in there. Probably about 34 or 35 degrees out. Let's see if we can get the old girl running. Turn her on, give her just a little bit of idle, put the choke on full, and then I'll let her run for about 7 to 10 minutes to get the fluids moving and warm up a little bit while I grease my splitting ram. this time of year where I make my firewood. I suppose, you know, because the way the sun is in the sky, but so far this one's splitting really nice. Nice pretty piece for firewood, about perfect. About probably 24-inch pieces. It took all my bar to cut them, but they're nice. Most of them are nice and straight. Should make some really nice firewood for you. Ever notice or feel like if it's an older, bigger tree, like on an ash, that the wood just feels different or looks different or it's cooler to me, you know? It could be a young ash, but that feels like all tight and green. This feels like it's half dry already and more of an older kind of wood that's cool, I think. on, baby. Well, that's all I got for today. Some of those were pretty twisty. You could see the wedge flexing, but that thing is tougher than Wang. Made a heavy, I don't know, AR 400 or 500 Stihl 400. I ain't too worried about that. One thing I got to be careful of is this pullback arm, because every once in a while you'll get a goofy piece in there, because firewood ain't all pretty. You know, rounds aren't pretty. They're not made in a factory in the real world, you know. And I'm not trying to be preachy because I don't know nothing, but this is what I've seen. So they're goofy size rounds you're trying to push through here. And when you got the wedge on, because it's heavy, you're not trying to switch wedges. I'm not, and say, oh, this would be better for the 4-way. Let me put that on. You know, I suppose you could set the rounds aside and save the really bad ones for the 4-way. But a lot of times you're just like, oh, I'm pushing it through, you know, let's see what it can do. Well, you got to be careful, because you get a goofy one that busts off some pieces and gets out here on the side on the pullback or the push through. It might try to bind on this pullback arm, and I want to be careful I don't bend that. But I've put some stuff against it that I shouldn't have, and it's not bent at all that I can tell. Works good, and it's built heavier than heck. But I want to be careful of that. And otherwise, I've seen the wedge do a lot of flexing if you get stuff pushing on the corners of it, but I don't think I could bust that if I tried. It's so heavy. And the frame and the log cradle and all that, it ain't never gonna bust. It'd have to be a nuclear holocaust or something to break that. But anyway, I love the splitter. That's all I got for today, fellas. Thanks for watching. If you like the old show, give a fella a like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.